Hello, I'm Peter Koutsaridis, professor of percussion and music theory at Westfield State University. I'm the principal timpanist with the Waterbury Symphony Orchestra, and I play drums in a faculty jazz group here at Westfield State. In this video, I'll walk you through some tips that will help you prepare for the upcoming jazz audition on drum set. This solo is from a book by Murray Hoolif called Contemporary Drum Set Styles. This is a great book with 8 solos written in different drumming styles, or in the style of a great drummer. This solo is called Philly, after the great Philly Joe Jones. This piece is so well written by Murray Hoolif and captures many aspects of Philly Joe's style. One really important way to prepare for this, in addition to practicing the written solo a lot, is to listen to Philly Joe Jones play. Listen to his solos on his recordings when he trades fours or takes full solo choruses. It will go a long way in helping you capture the style of this solo. Doing your own transcriptions of great drummers is really valuable, but I will recommend a video on YouTube called 10 Most Important Philly Joe Solos, just as a place to start if you're not sure where to begin. Also, the John Riley book called The Art of Bop Drumming has great information and exercises for developing drum solos in this style. It is so important to be relaxed and musical throughout this. And I guess that's always true, but for this piece, I think we can get too bogged down by the details and playing too loudly. Save the volume for key moments. Be careful not to start this solo too fast. It may feel kind of slow at the beginning. The tempo marking is printed at quarter note equals 137 plus, but I wouldn't go much faster than that, considering how fast it gets in the double time section at rehearsal letter B. In fact, let me play the transition from 4 measures before B into letter B. The whole piece should have a swing feel, but be careful in the faster 16th note sections. The 16ths are in a double time swing feel, but because the double time tempo is so fast, they should be played pretty evenly. I'll play 5 measures before letter C. Think of the big picture when phrasing rhythms. Yes, pay attention to the details, but don't let the details interrupt the swinging flow of Philly Joe Jones's style. The passage at B5 is a good example. I'll play just the accent pattern before I think of adding those 32nd notes. If I was just listening to it, I might think of playing double strokes for those 32nd notes. This would work, but Murray Hoolif has it here as single strokes, and it really sounds good and feels good that way. Make sure the accents come out. Don't let the details of those 30 seconds bog you down. Here's rehearsal B5 as written. With the fast single strokes at rehearsal B13, the accents on the downbeats are stylistically important. I think thinner, white-coated heads are best for the right sound and bounce for these passages. These are single-stroke rolls, and they should be kind of legato or connected. Don't forget to observe the hi-hat sticking at letter C. It is the beginning of a paradiddle-diddle sticking, with the hi-hat starting closed and gradually opening. Right, left, right, left, right. The last section of letter D is marked fast, at quarter note equals 208, plus. I think 208 is quite fast enough here. In fact, I like to start the whole piece at 138. When I get to the snare drum roll 2 before letter D, I think of quarter note triplets, which gives me the speed of the new quarter note at 208. And that may or may not be helpful for you, but if it's confusing, don't worry about it. Let me demonstrate the transition into letter D. When you get to this new, faster tempo at letter D, don't forget to make a diminuendo from D into the 5th measure, which is mezzo piano. and then crescendo to the end of the piece. Another example of the importance of capturing the big picture is that in the last 4 measures, the bass drum pattern is the same 4 measures before the end and 2 before the end. Let's talk about sight reading. I tell my students that the best way to get better at sight reading is to spend time doing it. Try to do a little bit every day, using any music you can get your hands on. For sight reading, I think it's important to find music that is not too easy or too difficult. If it's too difficult, you may not be able to play the music with continuity, which can be discouraging. On the other hand, you'll want your sight reading material to be sufficiently challenging. When you prepare to sight read on drum set, make sure you check out all the important information in the printed music before you try to play it. Make sure you're playing in the correct musical style: jazz, rock, Latin, etc. Look for tricky rhythms and important setup figures if it's a big band chart. Find the dynamic markings, repeat signs, first and second endings, and anything else on the page. Once you've identified these things, find the hardest looking spot. Think about how fast you can play it and start at that tempo. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope it was helpful and that you enjoy the process of preparing for your audition. Work hard and have fun. We look forward to seeing you here at Westfield State. Take care.